Have you ever been in a storm? It isn't simply where the natural disaster type storm has hit, or a metaphorical storm like things are going wrong or work is piling up, or conversation goes south and life is beginning to feel like it's falling apart. During those periods of the movie, there is a complete loss of control over something. This is when your thoughts go blank, your pulse quickens, and it's all too easy to be carried away. But what if the actual key to weathering these storms isn't fixing all that is happening in your environment? What if it's about regulating how you react to them? It is possible to confront all storms in life as if they are waves in a lake, undisturbed and unshaken regardless the blue force. That's the power of Stoicism. It is such a creed which tells you how to maintain your calm while the world around you is falling apart. For instance, Marcus Aurelius, a great Roman emperor that governed an empire at war, plague, and bereavement. He did not lose his temper, concentration, or serenity. His secret? No, he wanted not to control the world. He wanted to control his own mind. What if we could do the same? But what if, instead of getting caught up in our own drama and stressors in life, we make it a point to always think, what are things that I can do something about right now? That question can help us to seek peace in any situation, just as Marcus did back in his level. Here begins our Stoic voyage to where these principles of wisdom for living a good life, embraced by Socrates, have guided anyone and everyone through the tempest of life. Soon, you will be able to know how you can train your mind so that you can remain as calm as a cucumber, whichever way the world turns. Let's dive in. The power of calm decision. Imagine this: it is night, and you have just returned from a long, hard day at work. The road is crowded with many other drivers, and each traffic light feels like a challenge. Suddenly, a car swerves in and out of traffic after passing you. Anger arises inside you. Your heart beats faster. You grip the steering wheel tightly. Thoughts of revenge fill your mind. How dare they do that? You are already very furious. But then, something shifts. As you're ready to bring your car closer to theirs and merge into one car length behind them, you stop. You take a deep breath. You realize something that could change everything. Nothing that is being said or done now. This anger will be unproductive. That car is already parked in front of you. It won't help to sit in the car getting angry while waiting for the traffic to move. It's not going to move any faster. At that point, you are making a decision. You are deciding between peace or turbulence. This moment, this tiny shift, is exactly what Stoicism, or the philosophy of counseling, come to that, has to say to us. Prioritize rationality over emotion in practicing critical thinking does not point toward the exclusion of the heart and what it feels. It means admitting that feeling things is a perfectly acceptable and normal way to be, yet we do not have to act on feelings. However, we take a break and look at what has happened objectively, reasonably. Thus, we regain possession of our peace and can prevent it from being caused or ruined and controlled only by others. Just imagine about Nelson Mandela. When released from prison after 27 years of difficult and vengeful experience, Mandela had no vengeance or animosity, but absolute patience. He was bent. He could have easily allowed anger dictate him, but he averted that great jeopardy and decided to look at things from a broader perspective of reunion. He was able to contain the irrational part of the country while focusing on the rational part, hence, reunite the nation. Mandela understood that anger will not help him achieve for which he was fighting. He did not act emotionally, but logically and carefully chose his next step. He worked for the cause of sustainable peace and justice in the country, and not hire for today vengeance. This is the power of rational thinking. It's the right to do things from a position of calm and not out of anger. Now, suppose you can achieve the same in your daily life. Writing for a customer review section, an argument with someone else, or when you've experienced a personal loss, the decision to be more reasonable is often the right one. The next time you feel frustration bubbling up, ask yourself, what can we do here that is the most logical thing we can do? The concept of stepping back, not only means that we stop for a minute and count to 10 before doing something stupid, but allows ourselves to think before we act. Consider all the occasions that you have let anger to dictate your actions. How often have you broken the rules to make a play and end up wishing you hadn't? Were you taking part in the Stoic exercise of putting a pause before an action? You would notice that you make better choices. Choices that result in more tranquility and less sorrow. People could picture how their life may look like if they take all the decisions with the same attitude of someone who loves tranquility instead of emotions. Would you be more productive? More peaceful? Looked more as if you were masters of your own fate? What makes rationality look beautiful is not the attempt to deny feelings, which largely means it is about using them properly to lead to better decisions. So next time life will give you a curveball, you remember to just catch it and take some time out. Choose rationality. And when you do this, you take charge of your future, your choices, and your sanity. Don't let life's small hiccups steal your peace. Imagine it's Monday morning. You're already feeling the weight of the week ahead when you head to your favorite coffee shop, only to find it closed for renovations. A small disappointment. You'd been craving that latte all weekend, and now, nothing. As you drive to work, the traffic is worse than ever, making you late for an important meeting. The frustration builds. Why does this always happen to me? You think. Then right in the middle of it, something clicks. You pause. You take a deep breath. You realize that this isn't the end of the world. That closed coffee shop doesn't define your day, and that traffic jam certainly isn't worth letting your mood spiral. It's just a moment in time, a moment that doesn't have to steal your peace. This shift in perspective is at the heart of a powerful Stoic principle: avoiding self-created upsets. It teaches us that most of our frustrations don't actually come from the outside world. They come from how we choose to respond to it. Sure, life throws challenges our way, big and small. But our reactions, they're within our control. Take Steve Jobs, for example. In the early days of Apple, the company faced constant obstacles, financial troubles, intense competition, and multiple failures. Yet Jobs never allowed these setbacks to define his journey. He famously said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward." Instead of letting every failure knock him down, he focused on the bigger picture. His ability to avoid self-created upsets helped him build one of the most successful companies in history. What about you? Think about the last time you got upset over something small, like being late, a spilled drink, or a simple misunderstanding. How much of that stress was really about the situation, and how much was your reaction amplifying it? Often, our minds blow small annoyances out of proportion, turning them into mountains when they're really just pebbles. Here's a simple question to ask yourself the next time you're stressed. Will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, then it's probably not worth your peace. This doesn't mean ignoring real problems, but it helps us remember that minor inconveniences, like traffic or a spilled cup of coffee, don't define us. What matters is how we choose to respond. Take Ellen DeGeneres, for example. Despite facing tough moments and public scrutiny, she's known for her positivity and humor. Ellen doesn't let small challenges knock her off course. She focuses on what truly matters, spreading joy, kindness, and laughter. Even when things go wrong, she doesn't allow those moments to steal her peace. This is the power of practicing the Stoic principle of avoiding self-created upsets. By choosing how we react, we can stop letting small frustrations control our lives. When we focus on what truly matters, those little annoyances don't have the power to ruin our day. Now think about your own life. How often do you let minor setbacks throw you off balance? What would change if you stopped allowing those small irritations to steal your peace? By avoiding self-created upsets, you create more space for joy, clarity, and calm in your life. Remember, life will always present challenges, but the way we respond, that's something we control. When we master this principle, we reclaim our peace, and that's something no traffic jam, spilled coffee, or bad day can take away. The power of staying calm in a chaotic world. Imagine this. You've had a long, exhausting day. You finally get home, only to find your phone buzzing with a notification about a new crisis at work. Your inbox is overflowing, your to-do list is endless, and your mind is racing 100 miles a minute. You feel like you're juggling too many things, and the stress is overwhelming. But then, something shifts. You take a deep breath, close your eyes, and remind yourself, I don't need to react to everything. I can choose peace. This moment right here is the essence of cultivating inner peace. It's not about avoiding challenges or pretending problems don't exist. It's about how you respond to them. Life will always throw obstacles your way, whether it's stress at work, personal conflicts, or the fast pace of modern life. But here's the key. Your inner peace remains your choice. Think of someone like Malala Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize winner. She's faced unimaginable adversity, surviving a gunshot to the head by the Taliban for advocating girls' education. Yet, despite the violence, fear, and pressure surrounding her, Malala has remained calm, composed, and unwavering in her commitment to peace and equality. She has cultivated an inner peace that keeps her grounded, no matter the storms around her. As she says, when the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. Now, reflect on your own life. How often do you let external circumstances, traffic, a difficult conversation, or a work setback disturb your peace? The truth is, peace doesn't come from the outside world. It's something you can nurture within. Take the Dalai Lama, for example. Despite losing his country's independence and being exiled from Tibet, he remains one of the most serene figures in the world. His secret? A focus on compassion, forgiveness, and acceptance. He practices these principles every day, and by doing so, he cultivates peace that remains unshaken by external circumstances. The key to cultivating inner peace is learning to I respond rather than I react. It's easy to be swept away by anger, frustration, or anxiety in stressful situations. But when you practice inner peace, you can pause before reacting. You take a moment to breathe, step back, and choose how you want to respond, whether with calm, patience, or even humor. Imagine being stuck in traffic, late for an important appointment. Your immediate reaction might be anger or stress. But what if, instead of reacting right away, you paused, took a deep breath, and said, "This is beyond my control. I can't change it, but I can control how I respond. I'll stay calm and make the best of it." This simple shift lets you act with clarity and calm instead of frustration. Over time, this becomes a habit that leads to less stress and more peace in your life. Even people like Oprah Winfrey, who has faced childhood trauma, career setbacks, and public scrutiny, are known for their calm and poise. Oprah chooses peace in the face of adversity, making decisions rooted in clarity, compassion, and understanding. To incorporate this practice into your life, start small. Take moments throughout the day to check in with yourself. Ask, am I reacting to something that doesn't deserve my energy? Am I holding on to stress that doesn't serve me? These moments of reflection help shift your mindset from chaos to calm. A simple question to ask is, what can I control, and what is beyond my control? This helps you focus on what truly matters and let go of what doesn't. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay grounded, no matter what life throws at you. Now, imagine how different your day would feel if you practiced this kind of inner peace. Rather than letting life's stresses control you, you could move through the day with a calm mind and a steady heart. You'd make better decisions, feel less overwhelmed, and be more present for the things that matter most. Cultivating inner peace isn't about avoiding life's challenges. It's about learning to face them with a calm, focused mind. When we practice this, we unlock a source of strength that helps us navigate life's storms with grace, resilience, and confidence. What would your life look like if you made inner peace your priority? How would your relationships, your work, and your well-being change if you embrace the calm that already resides within you? By choosing inner peace, you choose to live a life that's steady, grounded, and unshaken by the outside world. And that, ultimately, is the key to a fulfilled and happy life. Now, take a moment to reflect. How will you use these lessons in your own life? Will you choose calm over chaos, peace over pressure, rationality over reaction? The choice is yours, and the peace that follows is within your grasp. Thank you for joining this journey of Stoic wisdom. May your life be filled with more clarity, peace, and purpose as you navigate the waters of life with grace and strength.